Now, onward to victory. Last time, we beat the crap out of the snake god. The snakes weren't too happy about it. The Ananta real mad that we killed Lakshmi, but to be fair, Lakshmi wasn't really helping him out much. She was there, being a primal, quote-unquote brought the leader's daughter back to life, but by that, she even said herself, Ayo brought the body back, but soul long gone. No daughter for you. But, now we go back to tell the nice Ananta that Lakshmi will not plague them anymore. Because, you know, they didn't want to become thralls. Thralls no bueno. They believe in their... They even said themselves, to them, Lakshmi stands for freedom. And, pledging yourself to a vision of your deity is not freedom. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Ileana did the deed. We are but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning. For there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignored our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path, so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans and Nanta. We understand that. Hopefully in time, they will too. You and yours will ever be friends at the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Sorry about the pause. There's a chance of my evening activity being cancelled for the day, which I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be too distraught just because someone was going to be late. It really feels like a session where we want to all be there. Right at the start. Like, I'm totally cool with waiting, but I don't think our DM wants to wait, but I'm okay with more New Game Plus time. Personally. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarupin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. Saved a lot of lives, Kinliana. Take pride in that. Must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects to this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. Seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! He was also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. The same goes for you, Minago. been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Haha. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking on this side of the Veladina. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks to your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. My father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spice. Her mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was more than enough for me. They wouldn't let us even have that. Theodric, Gaius, of course father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older. They didn't have to die. Never ends, does it? They call us beasts. They treat us like them. They push and they push until someone pushes, until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god, a false god. The 12 are watching us. What are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? People fight and die, and nothing gets better. It just goes on and on and on. There is no justice. Just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or even if there are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go on with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. Must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Kinliana. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, and I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves as the soldiers in order to pass. Once again, I feel like every time I start New Game Plus, it's nighttime in-game. Always darken, where's ya? Never sun when you need it. Lions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alighieri, and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh?
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatorus where they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. It's right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, is no different from any other Imperial installation. See now why Veladina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along, they're waiting for us in Alighieri. So now we have access to the southern half of this map. Back in ye olden days of Raubon's Wall, which I mentioned in the first part, where the DDoSing was so bad that no one could get through. Anyone who did get through and collected all the Aether Currents, they were charging Gil to ferry people across here to get like the Aetherite and stuff. People who couldn't get through the instance due to all the server congestion and attacks. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming, and we took this village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We are about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatorus. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves, and join us when you are ready. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Transported the whole table. Fuck your table. That everyone? Then let us begin. Alighieri is ours, and for a mercy, we took it without losing a single man. We dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatorus will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Zenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to El Amigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatorus and Castrum Abania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatorus quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. We have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubt that Zenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. The assault, then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatorus. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Aligiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood? Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you in the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Kinliana after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. Who wants to fight? I say let her fight. Thanks. I knew you'd understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Alize can stay with Kinliana. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility, right next to the Fortress of Doom.
My head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Zenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamigan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alagiri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Found you.
Thancred. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least they spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lys go alone. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arnvald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. God, Ubu's flying through the air are so horrifying with their long ass arms. Hello, A-rank burb. I do not want to take 15 minutes to fight an A-rank, so I will not. Only B ranks to be slaughtered. The rendezvous. Ah, give me a moment, Kinliana. Say that again if you would? No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arnvald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Kinliana? Any trouble? And there I was, thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Capped by his son.
Whoa. You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Zenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Zenos yourself. I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Ransford, Rudolph, Emlyn. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
The familiar whooshing sound. Gordola, what happened? Gordola's getting a taste of the sauce. Unprovoked fever dreams of other people's memories. There we go. Fucking Zenos telling her to fire on her own people. The skulls. Her fellow Alamegans turned traitor. She's gotta kill him. In the name of her masters.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Timber! By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castramabania. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is to be being jammed, or... We have to go right now. They need our help. This way, there's no time to lose. What, B rank? Regular old enemy. Don't remember seeing weird ass little sea dragon bug monsters. Worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together! The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. Alize's worried about Alfino. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only pry them open to pass through. Glad you're here, Kinliana. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us. Specula Imperatorus. I didn't think they had it in them. To kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alize, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Algiri's not far. I'll make it. Make it. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Kinliana Ironhide, ward of House Forton. We fought together on the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then. And now. I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times. Thank you. Conrad! Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
Hey, Stratastar.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
Yeah, Conrad's death. It's like they foreshadow it, because, like, he talks about how he wants Lise to take over, but, like, he didn't want her to take over like this. He just wanted to pass the reins, not, you know, not die.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Yeah, I never understood all the hate for Lise. She's just a naive girl who was trying to live as her sister and now is suddenly forced to live on her own without her guide.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
It's Stina, bro. Wham! Casually solving our problems without us even knowing he's here.
That's the cerulean pipeline.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
I'm too cool for you.
You're welcome, boy.
Away!
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon! The savages are coming!
Could have killed them. Could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness, there will be a reckoning. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Aligiri. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alfino. Tell me he's alright. He's alright, but Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done, though. Saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here. Not now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Stratostar, let me know, since I know you're hanging about, if the audio sounds funky. Hey, look, a lookout. I changed my voice gate and a couple of levels, so if things are too loud, just let me know, or too soft, or etc. Alright, wounded friends. You hiding? Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you can hear me while I'm in the background, then that's a good sign. Wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. The hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. I love how many people just, like, made an alt in Materia. They were like, hey, new data center, let's flood it with people. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Tourniquets, like, stop the flow of blood somewhere. You should not be walking with a fucking tourniquet. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, that you, Kinliana? I didn't recognize you at first. Been feeling a bit dizzy. Lost a lot of blood. Keep going. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of people were excited for that data center, so I'm glad. I saw a lot of messages of people saying they're excited to transfer and test out better ping rates. That's really just what it is. I feel bad when people have to play with such atrocious ping. Kinliana, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, no idea when, the rites must be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatorus. It's time we spoke with General Alden. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul. Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader. He was a patriot. But above all else, he was a good man, who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question on how to deal with Castor Mabania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. Frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when the logic dictated they continue. And I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, I do, but you need to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Rulger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions, but even then I knew deep down that it was an excuse. I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. Then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leaders people needed him to be. Now it's my turn to do the same. Not a lot of us left, and the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that, but don't worry, Nago, I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander Hex's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason that she should do so alone. Kinliana, would you go with her? Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it's settled. We await your return. Nope. Nope. Sorry to drag you into this, Kinliana. May not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now all I can do is be myself. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try and talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the Castro. Unicrypt's Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. Didn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Please, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, huh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, to the climb. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. Here she is, Nunkrup's Hope, the ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral Era. Comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know? I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes even when they didn't want you to. Can't have been easy, staying true to yourself, but we're all the better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. I can fight by your side. I can be me. And that'll just have to be enough, huh? Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke coming from Castro Mabania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! Can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Kinliana, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castro Mabania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. Won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Yeah, plan is I go in, kill them all. You have to tell the others. Come on. I go in, end all careers involved. I walk out. Easier down than up, huh? Though, not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. No time to lose, Kinliana. General Alden needs to know what we saw. You have returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Nunkrup's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castro Mabania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarupin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. We must attack Castro Mabania at once. Could be a trick. If it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it's an utterly baffling stratagem. If the Imperials wish to wipe us out, they simply could have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk, but how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of such a day as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Giribania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions in Castro Mabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. At the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. Should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alize and Kinliana, I'm sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castro Mabania. Go, and may Rogger watch over and keep you. The lid. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess, my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castro Mabania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there's even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. So to review, we are to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with the contact recruited by Marshal Taropin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Kinliana and Lys were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Castrum Abania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Ah, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave him. Damned if I knew how Marshal Taropin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand the desire to look after their families by any means necessary. That was Alfino, not Alize. Luckily, I don't think over the mice my attempts to change voices is really noticeable, but I am trying to give them some semblance of identity with my terrible voice acting. Our contact is a Rogadin woman. She will ask us the question. After a cup we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, be ready for anything. Yeah, I use my limited voice range of roughly 2 different voices to try and voice 50 different characters. It's fine. I do be sounding like a dying whale, but it's great. See, what did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Landed my car on top of a wild griffin and meaty. Of course, there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke about Castrum Abania anymore. You think they fixed the cannon already? Alfini said we were looking for a Rogadin woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage. I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find her contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. That is a large damn. Hold on here. Like, I know I'm a very small aura woman, but Like, look at this. Look at this. That's obscene. You're so tall. Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of woman to walk into a place like this uninvited. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too, if you like, because I'll not speak on it more. At least, not here. Outside Radiata. Behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Hey, was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alfino and Alize. We'll meet you there. Not followed, were you? Good. Well, except, you know, by my friends. Unimportant. Were they followed? No idea. That all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. You're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Tarupin. Name's Stark. Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatorus and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard the soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon. That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. Took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at the shadows, and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help they've sent have been sent home indefinitely. The cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castro Mabania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. We split into several groups. That will improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be a few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. We have that which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Inliana, you and your ever-dependable allies will enter the castrum with my sister and I by way of the ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, you'll proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the same time, Alize and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lisa and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center undetected. If all goes to plan, our three parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go brief Nago on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. God. Hearing this fight theme is just giving me huge vibes of the Stormblood portions of the Endwalker theme. Heavy metal. I was watching some of the. Actually, I was doing a. I watched the video of like every cinematic trailer while I was working today, because I just felt like it. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Bam, 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 bam. Look at this glowy entrance. Clearly, something's about to happen. Rogger, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Liana is the finest warrior I know, and should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where's the entrance to the docks? Right behind you. I mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Liana, we shall divide into 2 groups and proceed via separate routes into the castrum. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible, to draw the Imperials away from Lys and her men. Nothing else, so return the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Rogger guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make your preparations, Liana. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. This is the one X-Pack which is heavy on the, yeah, you and your friends. You and your invaluable friends are you're just gonna charge on in there. Hopefully they're like on vacation or something. You're just like, look, you're trying way too hard to play up my friends who happen to be in this horrible region of the world. Oh, Castrum Abania, a dungeon I've run too many times in my life. This is the dungeon used to get people from 70 to 71, because it gives way more experience than the 70 dungeons. Luckily I got to skip it with Reaper. Just kind of did my first level with other stuff. Wait, can I keep going from here? Oh, I can. For some reason I thought that these rooms... I know there are a lot of pull stop points, but for some reason I didn't remember that this one could go bigger. Right after I just said I've run this dungeon a bunch. Nice me.me. Yeah. This be the stop point. Fuck this guy in particular. Wham! What? Oh shit. Remember the thing stopping there? Alright, I'm gonna wait a moment for Requiescat to come back up because I need to practice my new fucking opener. Stormblood die! Hell yeah! Stormblood's a good color. Good choice. Where the pot goes. Boop boop. Alright, cool. I got her down. I'm still not convinced that I can fit the full cycle into 11 GCDs, but they're convinced I can. Yeah, so this last Goring Blade is supposed to be in the Fight or Flight window, but it just goes away. Like, it's like Goring Blade goes up and fucking Fight or Flight goes down, and I don't know if it actually works. No, fuck. Okay, cool. I'm still... Fuck this guy in particular. Oh, no, nope, nope. Super not gonna work. Do this cannon instead. Oop. You know what? I'm gonna pick up the gear, because it goes in my inventory now. And I need seals, because I discovered the joy of the Grand Company loot crates. Try and get minions and stuff. See if I can smash these. Smash that like button. To destroy some Magitech bots. Oh, maybe. Can I get all of them? Yeah! I'm a god. Oh, I forgot they fucking sealed the door as you get here. Really, I don't remember anything about this dungeon. Fuck yo pods. Nope, no opener for this boss. What does this cup runneth over with? Fire and lightning. I need ice. Wham!
Are you all right?
Ah, I think that answers my question. We've accomplished our objectives as well.
Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them. Lise! Thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
Kick their asses. Aye for $1.
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Got a headache for $1?
Aye. I gave the order to fire.
It was over. The skulls had surrendered. No one else had to die. And you killed them. Your own people. Your own comrades.
You're right. I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut
Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Lise!
Cat. Could you maybe?
Gotcha!
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Coward! Get back here!
Hero! Lord Zenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me? Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
Well, we did it. Castrum Abania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alize to Radiata to receive treatment. Elfino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. We should report to General Alden. Kryl wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Raban's men found something that could lead us to her. Couldn't hurt to ask, anyway. Giliana, Commander Hext, fine work you did today. After Specula Imperiatoris, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Rogger's star yet burns bright. I'm glad. Really I am, but you should know that Alize was injured in the fighting. Regrettable, but I'm pleased to hear that she'll make a full recovery. Cordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Zenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? It's nothing really, just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Kryl and do so much more. Find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there's something I would like to show you. Both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Then come with me to Radiata. From there, we'll need to follow another road south. So what'd you make? bitter. Don't mind it. What kind of glaze? Already pre. Okay. Mom made dinner. Even after all these years, it's still the same. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Liana, Lise, I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
God damn it. Now's not the time! Actually, no. Now is probably the best time. We're not in the middle of a battle.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death? If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
Ilbert and his fucking mullet.
Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier, what do you think those words mean?
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lise, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Cat, the cutscene's over, so you're being real cute, but I need my hands. Even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. When you see a friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alize was dead for a moment back there. There's one thing to ask to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her. That's good. Will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her. To remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then, I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Nothing else, she's seen us. Sod it. Dead's as good as alive to the Imperials. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. You're Alamegan, not even conscripts by the looks of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Alfino and Alize could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they may try and attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alize was asleep last I checked. Sorry. Did you say we were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castro Mabania? Goddamn fools. Lise, Giliana, we overheard you talking. The ones who attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers? Aye, I thought so. Always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you gotta look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They've had it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools! After everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadows of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble, or worse. And so, the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it. Remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together. A better home than they've ever known. I've been thinking, if Alize needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Rogger's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed, and given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. That's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alfino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Iliana, would you mind going on ahead and telling Arella that we're on the way? I want a bed waiting for Alize when she arrives. Thanks. Do you require assistance? Very well, we'll make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? There, all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right, we're bringing her in. Honestly, Alfino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? Seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Orella, please. You need your rest. I know, I know. Any news of Kryl? She'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Ha! A chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. They're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Ileana, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. Least bow to be cute. I believe. Might be preemptively saying that, but with the quest name, I'm pretty sure Lise is about to be hella cute. Oh, yes.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just, if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
Suits you.
It's nice of you to say so. And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice. Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle. There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Like the trailer cinematic. We're going to fight on the hand. Maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Kiliana. You're the best kind of friend. Kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. Now that Alize's settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Oh, actually, maybe you and Alfina should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. Ah, there you are. What was it that least wanted of you? We beat the shit out of each other on top of a hand. Sparring match on the Destroyer is very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. But she is right. We have lingered here long enough. I am ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from that bed until you are given express permission to do so. Orianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Kinliana. I could technically teleport there and go backwards, but that's cheating, since we don't have access to that zone yet. Because that's where we're going! Whoa! I am glad that I am playing through this right now, because I am doing this for a story that I'll probably never actually get around to writing. And I have some original content that takes place in my headcanon after Stormblood, but before Shadowbringers. And just the interactions between the Warrior of Light and Lys here really reinforce the conflict of my original The Content Do Not Steal. Because it's all about the Warrior of Light supporting Lys, and I have a moment in my narrative where she's about to ask for support from Lys, but at that exact moment is when Lys announces, spoiler alert, that she's leaving the Scions. And so the Warrior Light just shuts the fuck up. And is real sad. You're returned. How fares your sister, Alfino? Her rapier wit remains undulled, for better or worse. Have there been any developments in our absence? Proud to say that Castrum Abania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordola's command passed through the castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl, that has to be her! In all likelihood, yes. You will be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final strategy of Rhalgr's Beacon. Sorry for keeping you all waiting. An Alamegan folk dress. How very fitting. And well-fitting, I might add. I wanted to do something for Ida. And myself. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Kryl.
I remember my father's words, how they rang in my ears as we left Castrum Abania behind and looked out over the locks before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor. Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Zenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you?
Stoic nods all around.
'Twould seem we are of one mind. and let us proceed to the how of it. The immortal flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course. You can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Zenos. As for the Scions, you will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Ralga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamigo will be ours once more.
Stage is set, and the players are assembled. The Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were here with us today? For all our other accomplishments, Kryle remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken into the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She's being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Rhalgr, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate ether. In pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alfino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamigan quarter. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered next to the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on rather substantial main gates will be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men. He had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. It's been a while. I'll take no offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Elegana, am I right? Aye. Whiskar's the name, and I was raised in the Peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Any road. I reckon we can get inside Alamigan Quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? The story my mom told us, which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see? How they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the lochs, which means there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it, but it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see? Apparently Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. But even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the saltery. Short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I could take it to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Arenville will assemble a squadron, while the rest of us go and get that key. Get that key. A duty. Not waste any more time then, shall we? My mom said Granddad kept the key with him at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... Then we'll cross the bridge we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Kinliana? We may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols or worse. Another one of them grand cross the lands duties. Saltery's not far. Follow me. We're here, but this isn't right. Where is everyone? Word of the Alliance's advance has surely reached their ears. Mayhap they sought refuge elsewhere? We should search the buildings for clues. Crumbling masonry appears to have been lain undisturbed for some time. Magic device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap! Alright, which one of you triggered the obvious trap? Shut up, Thancred. On your guard, Magic drones approaching. Mayhap half a dozen? Can Liana keep Whisker alive, would you? Something else I could do with some help here! Keep hitting my gap closer, but I don't have it at this level. Shinked to level 70. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, looking for clues as to the whereabouts of our erstwhile water merchant and his key. Look, Thancred. Not all of us have magical trap sense, okay? In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary that belonged to a laborer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sally Monastery. Sally Monastery, that's to the south. I'll lead the way. Not after that ambush, she won't. It's too dangerous. Kinliana will follow you. Keep your eyes peeled for more Magitech. Because I can't go downstairs. Sorry, I'm broken. Guys, I'm the one who tripped the trap, so you should probably lead. But that's okay. Kick his ass! I'd love to fight a Legion gunship. Kick its ass! Ooh, the south. No, you didn't. I feel like because it didn't see me, it just shouldn't see them. That's not how logic works, but that's my opinion. And my opinion cannot be wrong. Y'all are lagging too far behind. Come on. Put some pep in your step, my friends. Fight the fucking frog. Gonna pull it now. Hit me. Monastery's just past that gate. Keep going. Something tall, dark, and imperial seems to be blocking the entrance. God damn it! I don't think there's a way around. Magitech monkey? We'll just have to go through him. There's absolutely a Magitech monkey. Look, I think those two devices are shield generators. I will keep the machine occupied. Can Liana be a darling and destroy the generators before it rips my head off? Done! See how it falters? Belabor the brute. Won't be getting up after that. Now let's find our man. This is it. This is the monastery. You have to be around here somewhere. What? What? It's me, Whiskar, your grandson. Whiskar? Why, Ralger, is that really you? Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones? The Resistance, Granddad. My comrades in arms. She told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Heh, daft sods never caught me neither. Wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here, make our family proud. I will, I swear. Ralger is my witness. I was worried when he wasn't at the Saltery, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Kinliana and me, thanks to the Kojin's blessing, but for the rest of you... I will have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it's best that I support Monago and Arenvald's unit. Alright, you can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you, but it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. Right, of course, I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. So, Kinliana, Thancred and me, let's head to the water's edge. Alfino and Whiskar can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Fucking Thancred, I could hold my breath for 10 minutes. That's not humanly possible. You are, in fact, an alien. Looks like a greatest place as any. Ere you dive into the briny deep. Orianche, what are you doing here? Master Alfino informed me of your plan, thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alize unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural presence. It was in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Speak English. Wait, isn't that Moonbreeda's... Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. If my hypothesis proved correct, you'll need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. It was Moonbreeda's time. It was not yours, my friends. If you ever walk in the light of the crystal, turn. We will, for you and for her. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. What we need. Where's this tunnel? I found it a couple of times. They don't make it necessarily easy for you. Not all the way down, like part way up. Oh, magic tunnel! Where are you? There it is. No, it's not all the way down. Oh. Tunnel leads east. Thancred's already gone on ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Ooh, that was fun. Yes, yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway? I can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. Felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we'll need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here? Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we are 3 on our own. So it would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility where trials being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say then. Let's get to it. Duty! All set, Kinliana? To battle! Lead the way, Tancred. Follow my lead. Stay close and quiet. Wait, patrol. And pass. All clear. With me. Sentry, get to cover. I will deal with him. And none were the wiser. Let us press on. Imperial soldier, dead ahead. Here we are. One more sentry. Give me a moment. Kinliana, look for a lever or a winch. We will guard the rear. Hell's open, heavens weep. Alfino, can you hear me? The gates are open. Our friends are ready and eager to engage the Imperials. Let us leave them to it and head for the facility. Remember the reach! Remember the towers! Attack! Y'all are cheating. You can't just run over that. That's not floor. Surgeons, here! Sound the alarm! We don't have time for this. Put them down. Oh, I don't have the AoE spell. God, wow, my spell is my highest potency thing right now for sure. The Resonatrium is just ahead. They know we're coming. Make ready, my friends. I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Use the etheric siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle.
I can read your every move.
7 hells, my head! The pain. Working. Strike an owl while she's weak.
Out of my way.
But she won't stay down. Use the siphon again. Soon. You'll pay for that. Keep at it, we almost have her.
How could I lose?
Easy, I siphoned your echo. Give me that. That's mine. Bad guys can't have it. Enemy sighted. Engaged with the commander. With me. Thancred, help me hold off those soldiers. Understood. We'll leave the pilots in your capable hands. Heh. So it would be the two of you after all.
If only you knew the power.
I do know the power. I, in fact, have real big kid echo. Not here. Not now. Not to you.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not.
Oh, but you will. Without your tricks, you're nothing. Mefrid, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
Now, my friend! Croyle!
Alphina? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Zenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power, echoing that of the Icons.
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey. You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
This is like, I swear to God,
No!
punch you in the fucking head.
You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
I'll smack you in the noggin.
May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Little Kryl. Alfie holding her. Sorry, Kryl. He already has a boyfriend, but, you know, you two can be besties. What a relief to have finally found her. Though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. I could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lise, Ryanje, and of course, you. But yes, there's still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Lise has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with the defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arenvald and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the 8th Rite, as I recall, with me, Kiliana. Gods, Kryl, it's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you. You will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvald, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not do. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Ileana, Kryl, let us be off then.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
The work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Zenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Zenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims. Or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
In calling upon Lady Alice after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alice's soul.
Wait. Have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Zenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Victory is as good as ours.
Exactly. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Zenos' boots. Not with the likes of us coming to get him. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
If I may, General, is there aught Kinneon and I can do to assist with the final preparations? Glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position, and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Kinneon. You are instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people, and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone else. Ha! That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You, who stood with us in our direst hour, will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen, and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. Zenos has never cared a whit for politics. He lives for war and war alone. Kill him, or he will kill you. All is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There's a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessing go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. It's time then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. The battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. It does not like to be bested by a gate. It's done then. Thank you, Kiliana, for humoring an old bull. Elstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan quarter are ready to await our signal. Not left to do but the deed itself. Right then, I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge through the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Pippin has commanded our artillery outside the gate. He'll not be hard to find. Ah, but before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He'll understand. Very nice touch. All the shouting. The sign that the fighting is ready to begin in the region. We're on the level 70 quests. We are at the end. There's a dungeon and a trial and some badass cutscenes ahead. Liana, Alfino. What's that you got there? Package from your dad. By the 12, this is Dizona. Full of Alamigo's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades. The sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve. A weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with its fortune and glory, flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy? Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends? Very well, brace yourselves. It should be quite a spectacle. Vice Marshal! Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed. At least 1 squadron, but sir, they're wolfmen. Area Domite. Bloody hells, this is all we need. Call up the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Taropin, wait. These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land, and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their Imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. I am loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare, but if there's a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. With me, Kinliana. I remember back in the day, around this point, I had gotten my paladin was already 70, so I leveled up my fucking white mage from 60 to 69 or whatever. I mean, this is a 70 quest, but God, I was stupid enough to level a whole second class instead of just sitting there capped. We'll wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Feel yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. They've come, Ginliana. You, clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphino Leveilleur, and I am come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy! You stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yotsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there. We helped him. There's no need for you to fight for Zenos. Lord Hien is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against a Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. Your claims were true, we would gladly sheathe our blades and embrace as brothers. But since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield or die in dishonor. We're no strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White, I am Hakuro, and I will be your opponent. Have at you! Until I am satisfied, we shall fight on. Give me your all! On your guard, his strength far exceeds that of his brethren. Is that all you can muster, Eorzeans? Hold not back. Such ferocity! If he does not relent, we shall be forced to kill him.
So it comes to this!
So be it. Moonstone Carbuncle, come! Stand with the Carbuncle's wards. They will grant you strength. Enough. You are every bit the warriors you claim to be. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men, and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. You should be glad to do so. Hien returned! Such joy this news brings us! For Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. Eyes forward, Hakuro, he wished for no better death. Do him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone. So he will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation, and of your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, destiny, to see us meet as with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. We shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Evil potatoes! Most dangerous of all units, the Evil Potato Squad.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Hear, hear. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates. Thaumaturges, forward! Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno! Now give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth! All cannons! Fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock! Damn that armor! We nearly had it!
Is that...
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters! Doma has come to pay her debts!
Lord Hien!
We will deal with the flying machines! Forward, my friends! For freedom and justice!
You heard the man! All cannons resume firing!
We're through. The way is clear.
God, I love the tribes of the steppe. Impeccable timing, those Domans. Come, comrades, the enemy's gate is down. Forward! Battle of Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. I trust your unit of elite adventurers is ready, Kiliana? Excellent. Your objective is to make haste for the castle and kill Zenos, yea Galvis. Any questions? No, of course not. Now go and get the bastard. Yep, me and my squad of elite adventurers. Elite. And back, tossing a bomb. Way's clear, keep moving. Scorpion around the bend. Remember to attack while its tail is up. Or when its tail is down, I think. I think it says remember not to attack. It's a 7 reference. They're making a 7 reference. Don't attack when the tail's up. Nice me.me. Ocean would go. Running in circles, running in circles. Damn. Didn't get sprint off before they saw me. Only 10 seconds of sprint instead of 20. Whee! All of the angry dogs. Keep on schmoving, keep on schmoving. Open this one here. Nope. Oh yeah, got it. Nice. Wow. This is not a pull you did at level because it just keeps going, huh? Yep, this is as far as it goes. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. Allow me to clear the way. Lamb. See them company seals? Aulus Malhasina. Crazy mad scientist who experimented on Kryl and Fordola. Not gonna use spell burst here. He's gonna use garbage. His mid phase that is unavoidable, where he sucks my soul out. Got mine jacked.
Success.
Oh no! All of them are on me. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh god, because there's only one of us here. Oh no, I might not be able to do this. Oh nope, the stun wears off very fast. Okay, we're good. The stun, you can't be stunned for too many times because normally there's multiple people. So there's multiple targets. Oh, that's fucking funny. At least that didn't make me weaker in my soul form. And that man is dead. We just killed an actual man. Hate to see it. No, damn it. I sprinted. Oh, I got it off in time. Excellent. My 20-second oh, I didn't even need the 20-second sprint because this fucking gate's here. No, that's not what I wanted. Hit the laser field! Eh. One sad little man chasing me. Slashers, slashers. I think I can hit both of them at once. It's the boy. I want to know why he's a rotating holster for his katanas. Like, what is the purpose of that? Zenos, tell me more about your rotating katana holster. Well, clearly because we're gonna kill him in this boss fight here, this man will never trouble us ever again. Like a moth to a flame. Why else would you come if not for this?
Let this moment last forever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get. Damn it! I'm not gonna get past this second phase.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully, hopeful. Oh, of course that paralyzed me. Bad.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
Damn, I tried to download it just to insult him. A little too late. How glorious the violence within you. That man ain't dead. Chase him down.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity. I am loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face. As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
Zenos, you crazy.
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine. Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms. Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me. A question, then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Kill it.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon Slayer. Such certainty is to be expected. A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your ability. I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant, and oh, so much more. All icons must be exterminated, without exception. Such was the Imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons! Fear of their power! Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic.
Oh, if only you knew.
I should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake. For we who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant, if you accept me.
I deny you.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors, It was plain from the first how this would end. You live for these moments, when all hangs in the balance, when the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too! This is who we are, my friend! This is all we are! Alamigo and Doma and Garlemald be damned!
Only Zenos knew what his fucking great-grandsire really was up to. We'll find out later. I mean, what? We're gonna kill him now, obviously. And he'll never come back. Ever. Hey, Shinryu. How was your nap?
We tower above the gods! You by your gift, I by my might. And before the resonance, the gods shall be made to kneel. An ending to mark a new beginning.
Bitch done put himself in a dragon. Bitches hate dragons. Use the duty finder to enter the royal menagerie. I fucking love the incoming song. Henry's music was good as hell. I should be able to solo him. I don't think there's anything unsoloable. It's the boy, Shinryu. Here come the Ockmorn. Shaker. Oh boy. Bolt away from the water. No. Oh god. Oh, I might die. I'm just gonna anti-knockback, see if that helps. Hee. Oh, I made it. If he had knocked me off there, I would have had to do the whole thing again.
Are you all right? Zenos.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Exactly. This is Zenos is dead, and he'll never, ever bother us ever again.
All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something.
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real, so real.
Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
See? Well, just like that, we will never see him again, because he just killed himself.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. that so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
Roman's so proud.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free. But what is freedom, really? We may be free to live, to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Zenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Alamigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't. Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you. This is the end. The end of the Imperial province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Your credits to avoid that DMCA claim.
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made.
Who just left these eyeballs sitting in the grass? Who put these here?
All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether. Still, better safe than sorry. There ends your hateful legacy.
It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. You do not mourn his loss? You surprised me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup upon their very essence. Icons, summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I would not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation. Restoration. Compression. Resurrection. All is in the service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be place for us mere mortals? Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Till then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. Yes. How dare you? You know, I've come to realize I don't think we ever see Elidibus's true face. Like, what did he just show Varus? We never really know. Because that's Elidibus. That's not... Interesting. We did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and hope, too. Did it, Father. Ida, Papalymo, Conrad, Meffred, and Philia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. Everyone else wants to talk to you. You beat him after all. You're the real hero of this story. So run along and take your plaudits. You the best Zenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Kinliana. As should be all. Zenos was a monster and a tyrant, the man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I shall also praise Master Alfino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and his Lupin brothers. It was a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Ha! Indeed, my friend. Indeed. Yeah. You would have killed me. Keep dreamin', pal. Keep dreamin'. Scar's so happy. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Alamigo! Alamigo! Haha! Sorry, got a bit carried away there, didn't I? Hard not to, you know? We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over, and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. We'll be... Oh, bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. After all we have been through, it really should know better than to worry, but, as ever, it is a relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie. Well nigh reduced me to tears. The warrior of light, victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. As the warrior of light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You're a natural-born leader of men, Kinliana. All these people weren't just following their commanders. They were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. The commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there's no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father, momentous as the achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye aye. Yet, if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I have no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Kiliana, for helping to make this dream a reality. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me. Back to Ralger's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call the Scions together. I'll explain later. I don't even know where to begin.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a Scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades. Now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola? Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Oh ho, what is this?
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult.
It's the boy.
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death, fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
And the girl. They both lived. This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's Lapdragon, yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls on us to clean it up. Won't be easy, but is it ever? Now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine, fine, but the moment I judge this little venture as an unsustainable risk for the ironworks, I'm ending it, savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer mechanical genius. You didn't. Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Naruto Skeva, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? With that, Stormblood, done. And oh boy, does post-Stormblood have a lot of shit to pack in it. So even though it's a little earlier than usual, I think I'm going to call it there for the night. Because, oh god, post-Stormblood is a lot of story. We have a long way to go to get Shadowbringers. A lot of good story, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, done with Stormblood. And I'm glad I got a refresher on some of the bits at the end there, because it is, like I said, I have some original content for the story I'll never fucking get around to writing. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. If anyone's still lurking, big appreciate you. Next time around, we will get into Stormblood Part 3. But as for raid... My next raid day is on Thursday, but the thing is there might be minimal streams coming up this weekend, because I am actually going to be spending the weekend at someone else's house. We have alt characters, and I'll be playing through the end of Endwalker with her, because she hasn't seen the story, even though she's been playing the game longer than I have. So I'm making her witness it, and we do it together. So, Question mark when the next non-raid stream will be. I'll probably stream raid from her as just for the VOD. But other than that, I don't know. Probably sometime next week. Tomorrow I have D&D, so probably not tomorrow. Have a good night. Appreciate you all, and see you next time.